Hello, my name's Andrew Kennedy and this is Campfire Conversations. As I said in my text introduction, this is a bit of a mixed bag. The first lady you're going to listen to is Fiona. After losing her husband a while ago, she went on an empowering, rejuvenating and healing journey. She is about to continue this, but taking another step, selling a lot of things and hitting the road. I really enjoyed meeting Fiona and having a chat. This is Fiona's story.
You're selling your property, getting in the van and just nicking off.
Absolutely, 100%.
Wow.
Just doing it.
Just doing it.
Yep.
You know what? I think it's a big move for somebody as a single lady to head off and do that. Do you have any interesting feelings about the trip?
No, all I know is that recently, back in August, I went off on my own for 2,200 Ks, and you can't describe how empowering and rejuvenating and healing that is if you've had a tragic event.
Mm-hmm.
So in having a tragic event, you sometimes need to do something that's outside the norm. And we've always done camping, we've always travelled, we've always done lots of bits and bobs. And this is just a way that I feel that I can get back to being somewhat of myself, because if I don't and I go back to work, I will be a workaholic like I was 3 years ago.
Right.
And who wants to do that? An opportunity has knocked, so I'm going to run with that opportunity and go.
No plans?
No, Monkey Mire is the only thing that I want to do in 6 months, within the 6 month period, but everything else is whatever.
Okay. So you're giving yourself 6 months, or you
get to Monkey Mire?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then beyond?
No idea.
No idea.
Wherever the wind blows.
Right. You said you had some kids up in Queensland?
Yep, I've got 2 grown kids and 2 grandchildren. Yep.
So you'll be dumping some of your stuff on them, I suspect?
Oh, there's some stuff there that they really want.
Right.
So there's like a great big fire pit that's actually got a country scene, because we live on acreage, and it's got a big country scene around it, and it's actually got our names in the windmill. So the kids do not want me to get rid of that. Right. And my husband made some furniture, like blanket boxes and stuff like that my children want me to keep. So they want to store it while I'm doing however long I'm gone for.
Your big house, there'll be some memories there and things that you think, or is it all just bricks and mortar?
A house is not a home unless the people there are there.
Mm-hmm. So what do you got? You got a caravan?
Yep, 16-footer.
16-footer. Have you towed before?
Yeah, I've towed horse floats, 4x4 trailers, boats.
Oh, okay.
So I've done a little bit of those. The caravan, first time I towed it on my own was back in August. So,
right.
Yeah.
You said you had acreage, so are you off the land at all? Or?
No, not originally, no. Some family have been on lots of land and stations and stuff, but not me directly, just unless it was a holiday or something.
Righto. So you seem a fairly handy lady. A lady wanting to give things a go and pick up things easy. Have you always been like that?
I've always been a doer. Like I've always been get in, get the job done, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've also you've backed yourself up with a bit of education and a bit of training in various areas, so you could turn up at a caravan park and take over management because you're qualified to do all that.
A supermarket, local corner store, supermarket, store supplies for the local kiosk at any of the missions. Bit of work with data entry and stuff like that with the federal government. So yeah.
Is that the sort of stuff you're wanting to do? Pick up work on the road?
Look. For me personally, I really don't think I have the mindset or the confidence to put myself under any kind of pressure in a work-related environment. I think I just need to take some time, and when the time is right, I'll know, and I will look for something, or something will come knocking. But I just don't foresee me wanting to put that kind of pressure on myself.
I saw you had a whole pile of wood delivered.
Yep.
Down there today. What's the story behind that for tonight?
I've just got a collapsible fire pit that I was given by some friends. And it's got an Ed Kelly on it, which is in memory of my husband.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And you'll be able to take that on the road with you?
Yeah, it actually folds down to like a I don't know, 50 centimetres by probably not even 10 mil wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a rotisserie for it. They're the best things ever to put over a fire. I'll show you mine later. It's awesome. You can put lots of good stuff on top of it and cook it. But that's getting off the subject.
I've got the tripod and the camper oven to go in it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And the hot plate to go on top to use it as a barbie. So.
Okay. Now, you've got a dog. What's the dog's name?
Clancy.
Clancy of the Overflow.
Yep,
Kelly, you guys have got it sorted here.
Red Kelpie.
Red Kelpie. And how long have you had Clancy?
We've had him about 9 months.
Righto. Is he something that is helping you as well, perhaps, having the dog there with you?
Absolutely, because if I was to travel on my own, it would be very easy just to stay in bed and not get up, not get interactive with other people. Whereas if you've got a dog, you have to get up and go for a walk, and you have to get up and people admire your dog and they go, can I pat your dog? So then you end up talking to people who you would not normally talk to. You could actually become recluse quite easily.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not on your...
That's not on anybody's radar. I don't think it's good for anybody to become a recluse.
Right.
But in this case, he helps you actually get out and mingle, and because you have to actually get up and do something with them. You can't just put them beside you in a caravan and say stay there all day, because that's not what their breed is.
Yeah, yeah.
They're actually quite a sociable animal.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You've just come back from a muster somewhere. What's that?
That? Went up to the Denny Ute muster.
The Denny Ute muster. Is that the place where they went for a record with blue singlets?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah?
Yep.
How'd they go?
Yep, they beat it.
They did?
Yep, they did.
Was it a good muster? Is it what's involved?
Well, basically they have a utes paddock, a caravans paddock, family area, volunteer area, and that people who love to camp basically go there and they've got utes decked out and everybody just camps. And once your vehicle is parked, you can't drive it until the muster's finished. So nobody's drink driving. They do your security checks on your way in, so there's no drugs. And everybody just wants to have a can around a fire and have a talk to someone and listen to music.
Yeah.
And then you've got, of course, your big stage, and then you've got little shops around, you know, that sell, Wranglers and Cobras and all that sort of stuff. Car parts, all that sort of thing. And it's just a good 4-day event where everybody just goes who love camping and just hang out, basically. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can be walking along and a 19-year-old's all of a sudden walking along with you going, g'day, how you going? This song's really good. And you talk to them for 10 minutes and then you keep walking. You're still getting that interaction with people.
Did you go by yourself?
No, I went with a really good girlfriend of mine.
Yep.
And we just went up there in a ute and a couple of swags.
Of course, you had to take the ute up, yeah.
Yeah, it was a hole, much to my disgust. But, we just went up and swagged it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good on you. Have you done a lot of that in previous times?
Probably done a lot of camping and a lot of... Earlier on I was swags and then I was a camper trailer, but now I'm pretty much like go the caravan because you don't have to climb down on the ground.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. Like I will still carry my swag purely because if I pull up somewhere and I want to go off somewhere else in a caravan park and I want to go off for a couple of days and do a climb or do something, I can actually take the swag and go and do that. So I'm not restricted by vehicle access, so to speak. Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, just hopefully settled in an emotional state, not actually, and hopefully 10 steps more forward than what I am today.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say you're doing pretty good. You're looking good. Everything looks great, and from what I've seen, having just met you, you seem to be in a fairly good place.
Yeah, I'm in a good place. You still have really hard mornings or you have really hard nights, but you get through.
Okay. Thank you so much for having a chat.
It's all right.
Next up was Ken. Now, Ken and his wife like to take off on some extra long weekends or maybe a longer trip when they get a chance. Ask him about the lifestyle of a caravaner and he'll tell you.
Ken, we met around the fire the other night and you were telling me about the silo trails that you go on.
Yeah.
Tell us about a few the highlights.
Look, every one of them is virtually a highlight because they're an amazing piece of artwork. Just the sheer scale of doing a silo. I mean, the silo is pretty high.
Yeah.
And to actually get the scale of the drawings right, it's an incredible feat for a start, let alone what they're trying to depict with them. One that we saw up Devonish was towards military nursing and had a modern day military nurse, and on the other silo was past era World War II type nurse.
Okay.
And the colours, the scale, the pictures were incredible.
So you make a point of actually using these as your destination for holidays, yeah?
We look for them on our travels. Like just recently, we went up to Central Coast, New South Wales to visit mother-in-law who's in a nursing home. We do that annually. And we took the inland route via Dubbo to come back home. And we found that along that route were two, one of them was a silo and one of them was a water tank.
Okay.
So we made it on our route that we would stop and have a look, photograph it, admire it, and tick it off the bucket list. Well, not the bucket list, but off the list.
I saw some of your photos the other night, and one of them was particularly interesting. The one with the fish.
That was up at Lake Mocan, or some people call it by a different name. The Winton wetlands, which was the old Lake Mocan. I call it Lake Mocan, which I always, on my travels up the Hume Highway to Sydney, even as a kid, you go past Lake Mocan, it was a heap of dead trees out in the middle of the water. You could see it from the Hume Highway. And now the lake's been drained, and dotted around the lake is various artworks. Right. And on the track end was what they call the fish trees, and that was spectacularly done.
So it's gone from silos to trees to other things. What other things have you seen painted?
Look, we also look at wall art. A lot of towns have murals painted. Benalla, even though we haven't gone right through it, Benalla has an incredible amount of wall art which are on various buildings. We've been to places like Rainbow, and up a little laneway you might see the side of a building which has got some sort of depiction on it. And they're just great to find. They're little treasures, and it's just a joy to see.
How often do you get to go away?
We can go away at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
Because I work for myself, quite often we'll be at home, we'll say, how about next week we buzz off for the weekend. The van is always 80% packed, ready to go. It's only a matter of putting a few clothes, a few supplies in, hooking up, and off we go. And we'll go just for a weekend. Now, when we say a weekend, we'll leave on a Friday morning, but we won't come home till Monday.
Yep.
So we do a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
And totally relaxing. We can go anywhere from half an hour to 45 minutes from home, and we're in bush settings, totally peaceful, quiet, maybe by a river, and we can do that at the drop of a hat.
It's a good lifestyle, isn't it?
Look, I can't wait till I retire.
So it's all about not just the destinations, but all the people that you get to see and meet and have a chat to.
Yeah, look, even free camping, we meet quite a lot of people. You pull up, someone else will pull up next to you or whatever, you just get to talking with them, find out where they're from, what their travels have been, and we've made some good friends on the road, you might say, but look, it's a great lifestyle. I mean, you live in the city, no one talks to anyone. You hardly talk to your neighbour. you get out on the road in a caravan and get out there and travel, and you meet a lot of people. It's a great lifestyle.
Ken, thanks very much, mate.
Not a problem.
We're going to chat to Matt Sutton, the founder of Everything Caravan and Camping, a bit later. But first up, Dave. He's Matt's dad and quite a character.
I'm led to believe you've had a couple of rigs. You've had a fifth wheeler, and now you're in a caravan?
Yeah, I had a small one called Cafe was the name of it. It's an American job.
Righto.
Single axle.
Yeah.
I'd stop on the side of the road and bloody farmers would come past and want a coffee and things like that, you know. Or bikies would come down and stop and all that, you know. And,
Well, they thought
when
you
I was over at Greens Lake,
Yeah.
somebody put a sign on the side, all the prices of coffee and that. So I had to put a sign up myself. 'Tis my home,
Yeah.
not a cafe.
So this was the fifth wheeler, right?
Yeah, it's about 18 footer. I mean,
Oh, a smaller one.
Yeah.
Righto.
the door at the back.
Why did you choose that as opposed to a caravan?
The early days I was a bricklayer, and I used to carry all my gear around on a trailer, and it used to wobble.
Right.
You know, going too fast and whatever, and I swore blind I'd never tow a caravan.
Right.
So a fifth wheeler would be easier.
And now you've got a caravan.
Yeah. Well, I fell out the bloody thing.
You fell out the
Broke my ankle.
out the fifth wheeler, did you?
I had to get Matt to come up to Greens Lake there at Stanhope to come and pick me up, or break down, and I drove home because the car's automatic, and get it fixed down the mountain. Spent the bloody winter there, and that's the last time I'll do that.
So you're based in Mount Gambier?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I live in it full time.
How's that go?
Good.
Happy with that? Good.
Yeah. Well, I won't go into the details, but I had to sell the house. I'd retired from the carpet cleaning business, and well, I got to buy somewhere to live. I didn't want to buy a unit with a 5 or 6 foot fence 10 metres away from me and stay at that all the time. And when I was a young fella in Pomeland, do a lot of camping, I thought I'll buy a caravan or something, you know, and travel around.
So what's it like living in a box?
Not too bad. It's good. I love it. I mean, how much more room do you want? The bigger thing you got, the more you got to clean it.
So,
You know, I don't mind at all. You know, I'll stop on the side of the road. You know where the council makes them strips and they put their ballast down there ready to lay the roads?
Yeah.
Well, I'll pull in one of them, a bit noisy or anything like that, but I'd sit on the step with a red wine and wave to everybody as they go past. You know, and then, well, this silly old bastard.
take off whenever you want. Go
Yeah,
anywhere.
basically free camping all the time. I'm set up with everything, and this is the first time I've been in the caravan. Oh, Tuggenwall, when I went up to Queensland. That was beginning of April. It's the last time I paid to go in a caravan park.
Okay.
But, I worked on my own all my life, or most of my life, and I love it. I never get bored. I got my telly. I got satellite dish,
Right.
so I can always got the telly
Yeah.
if we can't get anything.
Yeah. So
So
it's
it's great.
It's a great life.
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody if they were to want to do similar to you, not necessarily go through the same circumstances that you did? What would you tell somebody?
Go for it.
Just go for it.
Go for it. Yeah, because the longer you leave it, the harder it gets.
Right.
You know, age-wise, you know, I mean, I struggle a bit now, but I think when I can't do it anymore, I suppose I book in a caravan park and collect me few bob that the government give you, because that's classed as my home. I should have retired at 65. I didn't retire till I was 69. And look back now, yeah, I should have done.
Well, that was only a few years ago, right?
Yeah, I'm 74 now.
Thanks very much, mate. Nice having a chat.
That's all right.
It was a pleasure to meet our next chap, Matt Sutton, the founder of Everything Caravan and Camping Facebook group. I have known him for quite a while on the group, but never in person. It was a pleasure to meet him and everyone else involved in the club that came along on this wonderful trip.
Matt, Everything Caravan and Camping, one of the things that we often say on there
is there's no such thing as a dumb question. I'm going to ask one. Why the heck did you start it?
Well, I was on two other groups actually, and they weren't. I wasn't allowed to ask a particular question about my swan. They weren't keen on me asking this, and ended up getting kicked off of that, and ended up starting my own, and it just went nuts.
It grew and grew and grew. So you were sitting there one night, and I'm led to believe you said to Paula,
"Yep,
hey, can you go on there and join up?"
Yeah, well, you had to have one person to join, start the group. So ran down the lounge room, said, quick, press go so I can get it going.
And how many we got on the group now?
Oh, I think there's over 250,000. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, unbelievable.
So that'd be one of the biggest in Australia, wouldn't it?
Yep, yeah, the biggest. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Now, there's a lot of people on there that basically stir up a lot of trouble. They will do this, and you as an administrator, and you have other people working with you, all volunteers.
Yep.
Yeah. How do you treat these guys that just want to shit stir?
Oh, look, I try my best with them. Sometimes it's a bit testing, but it depends what they do. Whether we boot them out straight away, give them a second chance, whatever. But as soon as you get rid of one, there's another one to replace them anyway. So you just continually doing it. Mate, what's your background? I mean, you've got a day job, yeah? Yeah. I work in a timber mill in Mount Gambier at the moment. Okay. My background originally is I'm a printer by trade.
All right.
So that's it. So this is all new to me.
So why did you get into caravan and camping?
Look, when I got with Paula, it was good to get her out camping and that, and we did. And it was after our first trip is when we started the group, and it was just things I wanted to know more about, and obviously others as well, and so it just sort of grew from that.
So what, you said you had a swan, yeah?
Yeah, Jayco swan. Yep, that was our first one. Yep.
Your first one?
Yep. And I loved it. Yeah.
Then you've gone up to a bigger caravan now?
Yeah. The missus wanted the toilet and shower.
Yeah, as we all do.
Yeah, and I love it now, I've got to admit.
Yeah. So you also go and do some work at some of maybe the Leisure Fest or caravan camping shows, etc.
Yeah, I help CIA Victoria, and we do the safety days. So we do, specifically I do help them with the weights, doing the weights, caravan weights, checking the weights, how they hitch up, all that sort of gear. So give them a few other little pointers that we've picked up along the way. So it works out good.
Where have you travelled to?
Not as far as I'd like. I did do a show a girl was organising for us, and it just sort of got that much momentum against it that we ended up making it a proper ECC thing. And that was it. I think it's Caravan in Queensland, which was awesome. It was about 50 k's past Gympie. And that was great. We had 130 odd people there. That was awesome.
So you're based in Mount Gambier, right?
Yeah. So it was 3,000 up, 3,000 back k's. So it was a big trip.
Yeah.
3 days there, 3 days to get there, 3 days stayed, 3 days back. So it was a quick, long trip.
So you need to do some more longer travel.
Yeah, certainly. In between work, it's a bit hard, but
I know. I suppose
we try and do what we can anyway.
Yeah. So we're at Euroa at the moment.
Yep.
And this is your annual meetup, which is great. There's probably about 60 people.
Yeah, I think we've got about 60, 65. A little bit less this year, but it's nicer. It's a bit more intimate, so to speak. You get to chat to a bit more people a bit longer. So it's good. It's a good number.
And you got up the other day after spending a day at Melbourne Leisure Fest, came back, had a chat, and gave a few people some handy hints as well.
Yep. Yeah, well, they're the sorts of things we talk about at down there. People don't realise. Yeah. So it's all part of learning.
People don't realise what.
With their caravan stabiliser legs, some people think they're jacks where they're not. They're actually stabiliser legs, and always point them to the rear of the van in case they do drop. They're only going to drag, not hit the ground and jackknife and rip out half the underneath the caravan. And your blinds, keep your blinds open when you're travelling.
Why is that?
Because they're spring-loaded, they won't jump on the cogs. So when you go to put them up at night time, they're going to keep dropping down if they've jumped a cog. Yeah. So it's easy to fix, but if you travel with them open to begin with, you won't have to fix them.
Just a few helpful
hints. Little things, yeah.
Mate, they tell me you're starting a touring company too.
A tour Victorian high country there.
So backstory on this one is Matt says to everyone, we're going to go to the snow, we're going to go to Hoffland. And that's about a 2-hour trip normally for most folks. What happened, mate?
we went up there and we thought we'd, instead of coming back the same way, we'd go over, and we did go over, but it was that windy, and then we went up a little track which happened to be closed about 20 k's in, so we couldn't get over Falls Creek. It was closed, that road, so yeah, we didn't get back. It turned a half a day trip into 12 hours.
Hey mate, let's get back to the group for a second, and that's like the admin. Now they're all voluntary people. How many people are helping you out on that?
We've got about 18 on everything caravan and camping, and about 10 on the other one, on our buy, swap and sell, so yeah.
Oh, okay, so there's rules about what you can do on that particular, on different groups, yeah?
Yeah, one we have purely for selling your caravan and camping gear,
Yeah.
and the other one's more tips and tricks and hints and, you know, where's your holidaying and,
Happy snaps and all that sort of stuff. Paula getting more and more involved in the thing?
Yeah, she has now. She loves it, she enjoys it now, so it's good. Yeah, so she gets more involved, and it's a great help to me too. Makes life a lot easier.
Absolutely. What's the future hold for you guys? Not personally, I don't really.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, I never expected to get where it is today. So doing what I was doing, I was just did it, and I never thought it'd get this big. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen?
The sky's the limit, I guess.
Yeah.
With your van, you're pulling that with a Pajero?
Yep.
Yeah. How's that go?
Yeah, no, great. Yeah,
Happy
no,
with-
absolutely
happy
love
with
the Pajero. Yeah, no, I'm looking at upgrading again now, so to another one. So yeah, no, I'm more than happy with it. Yeah.
And I notice you've got a wind deflector on top.
Yep.
How's that go? Does that help with anything? The fuel economy?
Yeah,
et cetera?
no, I wouldn't tow another van without one now, especially a full-size van.
Right.
I reckon probably 80 to 100 k's extra out of a tank, and just
Really?
yeah, it's unreal. And when you're going past trucks on the opposite side of the road, you wouldn't even know they're there now. You get no wind drag off of it.
Right.
They don't suck you in and like they used to. It's worth having.
And it's mounted at the rear of your vehicle?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Is that the ideal spot?
That's the ideal spot. Gary was telling me, the owner of Deflector, that's where he told me to put it. So yeah, and it creates the airflow over the van. So
So you've got a full size, not a pop top, right?
Yep.
What other bits and pieces have you got on your van that you've sorted out?
Oh look, that's one thing I wouldn't go without. The other's a savvy level I love. You know, that's just easy. You know, I just turn my phone on and Mrs. gets out, so I just jump on the driver's side, put the chock under there, and I just reverse up, and when it hits zero, I'm done. Get out and I'm level. That's it.
So
it's that easy.
It's mounted under the Caravan?
It's mounted on the drawbar, the van, and just reads, picks up Bluetooth, and no, it's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
You got the fire and stuff going down here.
Yep.
You've got Barbies on. You had some prizes going as well. So it's been a good weekend.
I think everyone's enjoyed themselves. So we'll all head out for tea tonight and have a bit of a feed down the pub and a bit more enjoyment before everyone disappears their separate ways.
No worries. Matt Sutton, thanks very much.
No worries, thank you.
Well, there you have it. Our mixed bag of conversations. All different people, all different subjects. But one thing in common, just like me, they love getting out and about and having a chat, a conversation, a campfire conversation. I'm Andrew Kennedy. Catch you next time.